The CCFL Halo headlights that we have here today will be a great option for the 05 to 09 owners who might be looking to upgrade the appearance of their stock headlights with some modern and bright halo accents. Now these lights will combine a gloss black housing with a clear lens and of course the halo accent lighting surrounding that reflector, all for right around the mid to high $300 price point. Alright guys, so personally I'm a big fan here of this style of headlight because in my opinion they combine the retro OE look but with some modern flair thanks to those halos. Now let's be honest, I think part of the early S197's charm was the OG throwback headlights that really helped nail that retro look of the 60s Mustangs. Now if that's not important to you and you prefer to go full on modern with your headlights for your 05 to 09 ride, well definitely check out some of our other options at AM that include things like projectors and other modern amenities that maybe these don't have optioned. Now, if you are digging these things, well then, let's break them down a little bit further, shall we? And at first glance, you see they're really not all that different from your factory headlights. In fact, you're working with that durable gloss black ABS housing, chrome reflector right in the middle here in that factory location, topped off with a crystal clear lens. However, it's what's surrounding that headlight that really does separate these options from your factory headlights, and that of course is the CCFL halo accents that do illuminate with a bright white light whenever your headlights or your parking lights have been switched on. Now the headlights do come preloaded with brand new H13 bulbs and have been given both the DOT and SAE stamp of approval, which basically makes these legal for use in all 50 states. Now again, these lights do have an overwhelmingly number of positive reviews back on the product page. So if you haven't done so already, check out the customer submitted images along with those reviews just to get a better sense of what these lights might look like on your own S197 at home. But now we want to segue into the install, and so it's going to call this pretty solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, at least 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more to get everything installed and everything wired up. But now to give you a little bit more detail on the install itself, here is an AM customer to walk you through it.
Alrighty, so you are going to need a few basic tools for this install, such as a ratchet, a 10mm socket, a 5.5mm socket, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a clip removal tool or a flathead screwdriver. Alright, so as you can see, I just took off the front wheel and now I am going to unscrew these little screws right here. There's one right here and one bottom here. Alright, so there's 3 screws. This one is not here, but normally you'd have to unscrew this one, and this one here. So after you removed these 3 screws, there should be 3 clips. 1 right here and 2 up here. You can just unclip those. Got 2. I got this one right there. Alright, so after you removed these 3 screws and a clip right here and 2 clips right here, you can start to take out your fender liner. And after a little bit of wiggling, it should pop out like so. And now we have access to some more things right here. Alright, now that I have pulled back my fender liner, I can take my 10mm socket with my ratchet and unscrew these 3 bolts right here. Alright. First one down, 2 more to go. Alright, now I am going to use a 10mm socket to unscrew these 2 front bumper bolts here and here. Alright, before I remove the front bumper, I am going to remove these 3 bolts right here, here, and there. Alrighty, so I currently do not have a 5.5mm socket. So what I'm going to do is just take a pair of pliers and just loosen them up. Alright, got that one out. Then the next one. Alrighty, 2 down, 1 to go. Alright, now before you fully take off your front bumper, you will need to just unhook these fog lights. Simply just turn this right here to the right and pull, and out it is. Alright, then the last thing here is you want to unhook your turn signals, and to do that it's the same as the fog lights. Just twist and pull and they should come right out. Alright, now with everything unhooked, you can gently take the front bumper off. Alright, and then after that you can take your 10mm socket and unscrew this one right here, this one right here, and one back here. All right, after you have got your 3 bolts off, you can get this last pin off right here and then gently pull out and just disconnect your socket right here. Got that off. Alright, and then just repeat the same thing on the other side and start unscrewing your bolts. Alright, next thing we need to do is take this running light right here and take this tape off right here. Good for now. Alright, now you want to get your new headlight and your provided vampire clip. Now I am going to take my red wire right here, slip it into this vampire clip here, and then take the white wire there, just put it in like so, and clamp that shut. This white wire in here and this red wire the other hole. Then I'm gonna clamp that down really tight, and then we're gonna do the same thing with both black wires. Now we got our second vampire clip here. I'm gonna put this black one, this slot all the way to the right, and then this black one is another slot. Alright, now I can close that up right there. Might need some pliers, get it tighter. Then, after you're done with that, test your parking lights and make sure your parking lights work. As you can see here, I had to use some different clips because the vampire clips did not work. So after that, next job would be to test them. Parking lights were great, and we're ready to move on. All right, so once we got the halo all wired up, we can take this connector right here and just plug that right in. And before we screw it in, always test it. So there we go, just set that loosely right there. Alright, so now I put this just temporary back in place loosely, and I'm gonna peel off this cover and just put this little box right there. And that should be snug right there. So let's start screwing this all back in. Don't want to tighten anything yet fully, that way I don't snap any plastic. I'm gonna hand tighten it in place first. Alright, now I'm going to go back through them and tighten them pretty tight, but not overly tight. That way I don't crack the plastic. Alright, that should be good. Alright, and now I am going to repeat the same thing and just do it on the passenger side. Alright, so once your fog lights and turn signals are on and your headlights are screwed in, then you can start fitting back in your front bumper. Make sure this piece goes in that slot right there. Alrighty, just try to make sure it's lined up everywhere. Alright, and then after that you can start screwing back in your front bumper. Alright, and then after that, on the side here, you can start screwing in these. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Alright, now we can start putting our liner back in. Now that our liner is back in place, we can start inserting the pins and start putting the screws where they go. And I do not have the third screw, so 2 screws are gonna have to do. But let's see if this can go in here. Alright, so now we're just going to repeat the same process. The other side. Alright, now let's just screw these right back in. Alright. Now I'm gonna take pliers That one looks tight. Alright, and then our last step will be to line this back up and put this back on. Alright, and then after that, you are done installing your brand new headlights.
So if you are looking to balance both modern and retro on your 05 to 09 Mustang at home, be sure to check out the CCFL Halos right here at AmericanMuscle.com.